Hello and welcome to this updated video guide for completing Snowcloak in Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. My name is TS and in this video you'll learn everything you need to know to build a snowman. Your average run will take around 15 minutes to complete, so let's get the snowball rolling. At the start, make your way through the linear path and watch out for falling icicles. Eventually you'll find a bear which drops a key when slain. Immediately after the locked door behind the bear, you'll encounter your first ice bomb. These follow standard bomb rules, except they don't die when they blow up, so kill these first. After this, you'll encounter the first boss. The first boss, Wandel, is quite easy. Throughout the fight he will cast Snowdrift, which will hit all party members. It's not that strong, but healers will just need to accept it. He will also summon a frost bomb at some point, so kill that when it spawns. Towards the end of the fight, he'll summon a couple, but you could ignore these and focus the boss, as he'd be so close to death. At around 40%, he'll cast Tundra, which fills the edges of the room with AoE, so just move in a bit. Now there is another mechanic in the form of a stacking debuff called Frozen. This is applied after getting hit by various attacks, and once it reaches 4 stacks you'll be stunned for a while. However, this didn't occur on a single one of my attempts, so as long as you're not standing in AoE, you can ignore this. When he's down, move through the next area. Tanks watch out for the snowball that drops and pick up the ad inside. During this area, watch out for the icy winds that afflict the path at times. Standing in them will apply frostbite, dealing damage over time. It's not a lot, but don't do your fighting in these parts as you'll be taking needless damage. At the end of this section, you'll find the second boss. The second boss, Yeti, has quite a large amount of health. As the tank, try to pull him to the side of the room and everyone listen up. Throughout the fight, a large number of Spriggan ads will spawn. Do not kill these, they do minimal damage and should be ignored. The boss has 2 AoE attacks, a short-ranged one called Buffet, which should just be avoided, and a long-range one called Frozen Mist. The trick here is to turn the boss so that Frozen Mist will hit some Spriggans. Doing so will turn them into snowballs. You can do this up to 3 times to get the biggest balls in town. When you attack a snowball, it will roll forwards from the direction you hit it, smacking the boss if he's in the way. The largest snowballs deal over 30k damage, so this is how we deal with his high health. But do not hit him with every snowball. At some point, Yeti will cast Gnaw the Lies, which is a fairly damaging room-wide AoE. Hitting him with a snowball interrupts this cast, so it's always good to save at least one of these for the interrupt. In addition, throughout the fight, larger frostbound ads will spawn. These you should kill because their attacks can destroy snowballs. Due to this, it's not a bad idea if someone other than the tank tries to pick them up. Lastly, I have heard that Yeti's Buffet attack destroys snowballs, but this may have been nerfed because I didn't notice this occurring. After Yeti, push on to the next area and watch for the little glacier sprite mobs as they self-destruct. Soon after, you'll enter a sizable opening with no way through. Here you must kill 3 sets of mobs to open the way, and remember, prioritise the ice bombs. During this time, you'll have more icicles dropping from the roof. These deal impact damage and AoE damage when exploding after, but the damage is incredibly ignorable. When you're finally through, you'll encounter some Dove Avis and a couple of human dudes. The humans will only cast Dragon's Blood, which will take a long time to cast, but will turn them into another Dove Avis. If you can burn them before they cast this, then go for it. The Dove Avis themselves can cast a decent AoE, so healers should prepare for this. Pick up the Finger of Apostate that drops here and use it to unlock the door to the final boss. The final boss, Fenrir, is pretty simple. The main mechanic comes in the form of 3 icicles that drop from the ceiling. 2 will try and land on party members and 1 will just land somewhere randomly. The 2 that try to hit your party will cast a line AoE at a random player and shoot off after them. The one that landed randomly will just explode after a while. Now, every time these come down, the boss will cast either Thousand Year Storm or Lunar Cry. This starts with Thousand Year Storm and alternates. Thousand Year Storm is an AoE that no one cares about, but Lunar Cry needs to be line of sighted via the remaining icicle. Basically, look for the icicle that landed randomly, and when you know Fenrir will be casting Lunar Cry, run and hide yourself behind it immediately. And remember, Lunar Cry comes with the second set of icicles and every other set afterwards. Any player who didn't line of sight Lunar Cry will get chomped on by the boss, which deals a lot of damage and will probably kill anyone who got hit by an icicle. If no one gets chomped, the boss will return to the tank. It's worth noting that in most cases you'll only have one Lunar Cry to avoid, as the boss dies quite quickly. And that's Snowcloak. If you enjoyed the guide, then let me know, and if there are any other guides or perspectives you'd like to see, then check out my channel or feel free to ask me to create one. Thank you for watching, and good luck.